The background's a bit different. I will get a show out. It will be a little bit later on tonight, so maybe you might want to watch it in the morning. Just got a few issues I'm dealing with here at the moment, and I've got to go and feed a small joey. Time waits for no man, and especially not a small joey. So I've got a feed that's got to come up there, and that's going to take, well, she feeds in a funny way, so it could take 5 minutes, it could take an hour. And I've just got a couple of jobs here that I've still got to tidy up. So it'll be another hour, I'd say, before I get a show on. I just wanted to let you all know. There is some interesting stuff happening, obviously. First votes are in the US election from New Hampshire, in a town where 6 people have a vote. And 3 each for Harris and Trump. So I guess that's a nice way to have the media kick it all off. Oh, it's so even, it's so even. It's not even. Don't believe it's even for a second. I've come across some information today as well that leads me to believe that the election day is not going to run smoothly. In fact, it will probably be suspended. For those of you who aren't aware, and I will show this vision later on tonight, a number of Dropboxes in America, in Washington State, in I want to say Nebraska, Arizona, and potentially other places, some in California, have had incendiary devices dropped inside them, and everything inside has caught fire. That means all the votes that people made, and, well, whether or not all the people made them, but they've been fired, so to speak. Now, it's unclear whether or not the primary vote in every case has been burnt and not able to be seen. Of course, nobody knows who voted and who didn't with those burnt votes, and any preferential voting or secondary votes could well be lost in the fire. What does this mean? This means a broken chain of custody in the entire election, because people who have in good faith voted via post have essentially in those areas not been guaranteed that their vote will be counted. This is a very interesting scenario because it presents exactly the same as Donald Trump presented on January the 6th, 2021 to the Senate, saying chain of custody had been broken numerous times and could prove it, and everything should be null and void until a new election could be held, something that didn't look like it had been rigged. Well, now, with ballot boxes catching on fire, numerous ones, particularly in interesting states that are very well filled with Democrats, this is going to elicit a scream from them that says this election can't continue because it has been compromised. And why has it been compromised? Because the clear chain has been broken, and you can't replace that. So I have my doubts that while at 10 o'clock tonight, for the most part, most polling booths will open in America at 10 o'clock, at least on the eastern seaboard of America, and go through until about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. What we will find after 11 o'clock tomorrow, or 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, I think, is that well, I suspect the election might be suspended tomorrow, overnight. I think we'll go to bed tonight thinking, oh yes, they've started voting, and by the time we wake up, voting will have been suspended. The election will be called as a waste of time and as compromised. So the chain of custody is broken, but it's broken in the Democrat strongholds. That means all those Democrat votes aren't going to get counted. The Democrats aren't going to like that. So therefore, they will try and use the same excuse that Donald Trump used, but the Democrats didn't agree to back in 2020. It's going to be an interesting night, folks. I've got to shoot off and do a bit, but we'll talk later, hey? Be safe.